Hey, what is happening? Oh, hey, what's up, Steele?
What's going on, man?
Oh, okay. Just making sure you're still there. How is everybody? I am, of course, your host, Gorephobe. Of course, joined with John Steele. We was going to do this last week, but we're not. Instead, we're doing it this week. So here is 1981's Burial Ground, probably the most unique, maybe the most controversial in certain other ways, zombie film ever made.
Yeah,
It's got
definitely, man. Um, this this is like one of the most unique zombie films I've ever seen. I can say. I think. I mean, before they started getting um like overdoing it and getting real campy with it, much later on, in like the probably I'd say like probably late '80s, '90s even. I think the camp a little bit started with it. Um, with what is it, Return of the Living Dead Part 3. I think they camped it up a little bit with that,
Mhm.
but I don't think it was intentional in this. But there's some like
Yeah.
things that are very odd and funny. So
Just shit completely off the wall that most films didn't have the guts to do, man. That
yeah.
you can only get some shit happens in this. In case anybody hasn't seen it, I won't say it. But shit that only foreign films, you know what I mean? There's a certain kind of shit, certain areas of films will go that only a foreign film will go. That they just will not
Mhm.
allow you to go to the point to where you couldn't see this thing. My son did a little bit of exploring into it, and a little bit of studying on it. And this came out as another name for this. This was called Zombie Three in another country. So there's two different Zombie Threes. Nights
Mhm.
of Terror, of course, which became like the tag, almost like the tagline. Zombie Horror and the Zombie Dead is also another name for it. So I think that this in England and maybe a couple of others was places that definitely certain parts, and we know those parts definitely were not shown in the United States for years.
Mhm.
Just certain areas that it goes that I can imagine about how we were kids, so you can about imagine how the public responded to certain things in this film.
Yeah. This is likely one of the video. I'm assuming this was probably one of the video nasties
Oh yeah,
overseas. Yeah, had to have been.
hell, it's probably still banned in England. Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny how that happens in like all these movies that are like fucking, 20,000 times worse than this have come out and come and gone, and that's okay though, you know.
right. Yeah, that's just for some reason. It's just the way the world goes, man. I don't know. I give myself a migraine trying to figure out why. Ninja in the chat. What's up, Ninja? How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping through. Says works crazy as fuck, but we'll try and jump in the chat. Have a great stream. Cool, man. You're welcome to jump in anytime, any way you want, man. Eric in the chat. Evening, my dudes. What's going on, Eric? Thanks for coming through.
Hey,
Dark Prism. What's going on, Prism? Hello.
hey,
And let's see.
yeah, man, this one I always enjoy watching this one though, man. I get a good I get a good vibe with it.
Oh hell yeah, Eric. Eric said he's never heard of this one. Well, if you got Screenbox on Prime, or just you can also check it out. Just type it up on YouTube. It's on there. Check it out. So he had to take time away from zombie movies due to oversaturation. I'll get back into it with this one. This is definitely a fun one, man. This is very enjoyable, and you're gonna see shit in this you're never gonna see anything else.
Yeah.
Katie in
This is
chat saying, "Hey friends, yeah, yeah. This is you will never ever forget that you've seen this."
Oh man.
Yeah, I seen this one, and I'll be honest. First time I ever seen this, I was back when Pirate Bay was going crazy. when everybody's using Pirate Bay before they really started cracking down on it, say 10, 12 years ago even. And I was going through and I was just looking for movies to, to download and, do my thing with. Like I developed quite a catalog out of it, as a matter of fact, doing that. And this is what it came across here, Burial Ground, you know,
Hmm.
Nights of Terror. So I downloaded it and watched it and was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I went not long after that, got on eBay and found for like $5, I found the Shriek Show DVD, and here we are today.
Yeah.
And now on VHS, that Shriek Show, it's a Vestron VHS at that. Um,
Yeah, that's
the,
dope, yo.
the Shriek Show DVD, and then of course the very very nice Severin Blu-ray release. So now I'm trying to break this shit.
I think that's my favorite artwork, bro. Like I said, is the Severin one that you showed me. Because
Yeah,
it's much. I mean, it's much. It gives a little bit more like background as to like, I guess, keeps a little bit of enigma there too as to the story. But the classic shit like captured your eye too, like the VHS copy stuff. But
yeah,
it
yeah,
lost me when it got to DVD, bro, because it was just like that one, like just one zombie, one scene, like nothing else to kind of like spice it up a little bit. But
yeah,
I remember seeing it back in probably the 90s on VHS, and that's that still at that time the artwork for that kind of was like one of those things where you see the VHS, you're like, all right, this looks pretty fucking cool. So
yeah.
and
This
it
is the
was.
this one that I remember the most, man, is this VHS, and this is the one that you see most often.
Yeah. And see,
Uh,
that's effective right there. See, the artwork to me is still effective. I guess you got the floating head, but you got a background, and the color just fits.
yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that came this one, this one you was talking about with that, where it's just
And that's the same. That's the same artwork as I have a Blu-ray with that same artwork on it, man.
yeah. And then you got this one right here, which underneath this, the
Yep.
uh, the Severin is that, and I think it might be reversible on the inside. So on that you get all three. See, because in there you get that one guy, that same dude.
Yeah.
So on this one you get all three. You can have your choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the artist did a really good job with definitely capturing the mother and son there, the mom and Michael there, Peter Bark, of course. Deep horror fans are well aware of Peter Bark. I mean, he's got his own fan club. He's got his own T-shirt. Peter Bark does. And on this particular Blu-ray, there's a nice long interview with him where he talks about his life as being Michael. You know what I mean? He just enjoys the hell out of
Mm-hmm.
it. Eric says was just stopping by to say hello. Hope you guys are doing great. Yep, hell yeah, man, doing real good. See you on Friday night. Gore. Yep, we're doing a Carrie discussion Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great night and a great watch along, guys. Gore, as always. Thanks for coming through, Eric. All right, man. If anybody out there is watching along with us, checking it out with us, let me know. I'll wait a minute. If I hear nothing in the next few seconds, I'll count it down here and we'll get it going.
All right. That
Uh,
sounds good, man.
yeah, this one we've been talking about doing this one for at least a couple of months.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot you the idea I got for the next watch after this and see what you think.
Awesome. Yeah,
Should be available.
that'll work, man. That'll work. Yeah. I for a minute I wasn't sure if you was gonna keep on or whatever. I mean, I figured you probably would, but you had never rescheduled or anything on me, and definitely not on that short of notice. So I thought something really bad had happened.
No, I mean, yeah, I have to like everything's within the moment, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta like, kind of cancel
Right.
things. Like, yeah. So yeah, shit happens basically. But
Yeah.
yeah, unavoidable. I mean, it's just general life, man. Will come along and just has things to do for you. So you
I
know,
understand. I
yeah,
understand. Trust me. Yeah. I got I got a 25-year-old. He's kind of he's definitely at this point right now in particular he's kind of being a pain in the ass. You know, Drake, Drake King, Brandon, and then
yeah,
I also got a 15-year-old. You know, just starting to hit all those weird. Well, I mean, everybody's been 15. 15, 16 years old, so they know how that shit goes. So what I
yeah,
mean. There's lots of things involved with being that age. So I definitely get it, man.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Trench, the chat. What's up, Trench? How
What's up,
you doing?
buddy? How you doing, bro?
Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it.
Trench, this is on YouTube if you want to watch it.
Always nice to see you. He joined in on my humongous watch along.
Oh, I think I remember that. Yeah, I think he was telling me about that. But
Yeah,
maybe I was there. I don't know, remember if I was in the chat, but I do
yeah.
remember
I
I do
stopped through.
remember that.
I, what does everybody think about this podcast style? Because of course, John. He always does the podcast style, but last night with Land of the Dead, me and Knight pretty much did podcast style, and just kind of curious what everybody thinks about the two avatars here. I like to kind of pop in and out, but this kind of allows me to just kind of just do my thing and do whatever I want while shit's going on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't feel like such a lab rat all.
Yeah, being observed and shit.
Right. Which I mean, I don't mind being on, and when I talk personally and shit, of course I'll click it on there because you know how I am. I got when I got a point that I got to make clear, I like to do it face to face or face to many faces out there, however you want to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
don't think I will be able to watch along, but I'll be watching the stream. But yeah, man, if you do decide to, all you got to do is type up Burial Ground 1981. It'll pop right up. So if you want to throw it on and bullshit along with us, you're more than welcome. Of course, like I always do, every few minutes I'll give a timestamp for anybody who wants to jump in. So
Yep.
if you're ready, man, I'll start counting back.
All right. That's cool. Let's do it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
That's there you go. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. The budget on this isn't very high at all. If you get real close, if they do anything wrong in this, is it sometimes they get a little too close to the faces, to where you can see a little bit of the makeup. But from a little ways back, the makeup just looks like these zombies looks like some of the most hideous zombies like ever.
Yeah. You hit it on the head with the makeup thing though.
You know the
With some scenes.
Yeah. What I'd have done if I'd have been the director and the cameraman is I'd have backed on some of them. I wouldn't have got quite as close to the faces because from a few feet
Yep.
back it looks hideous. But if you get too close, but it's really unique how they put like skull over the face of it. You know what I mean? It's not just the blue pancake makeup. It's actual
Yeah.
because these motherfuckers been dead for a while. You know?
Yeah. They're like rotting away and shit.
Yeah,
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 I like how
they're like
you
books.
make mention of the blue pancake makeup, man, because that's funny.
Yeah, yeah, that was a one and done for Tom Savini, man, because he said it did not look like that in the dailies and all that shit when he was doing that. He said it didn't look like that until editing and everything was done and it was too late. And he's to this day he still bitches about that, which it gives it, in my opinion, it gives it its own charm. it is what it is.
Yeah.
Everything can be perfect.
Oh man.
You know, if everything was perfect, life would be pretty fucking boring.
This is like some type of broken down Roman ruins or some shit. I'm pretty sure they're. I mean, this is Italian, so wherever they filmed this part was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the Villa Parisi in in Frascati. From it's Frascati. I guess it's about 20 kilometers from Rome.
Yeah, yeah, them fucking ruins, dude. He's like when he's like going in this area, he's like really going in this area and shit.
Yeah, I think it was actually some of this actually on location in some of these places actually.
Right? Like an actual fucking like underground ruins type of shit, man.
Right. Well, that's one of the coolest things about not having the money to really deal with sets, man. Is you have to go on location, and
Yeah, cause
sometimes it works
set
out the better.
design to build like sets, bro. It's that gets into money too. You know what I mean? The
Oh
more
yeah,
realistic that you have to look and shit. So
right. So a lot of times when you make a movie and you're poor, you actually have to go on location. Sometimes, to me, it looks bad. I
yeah,
love films where they're actually on location.
yeah, those are probably some of our favorites. Like
Hmm.
on location, just kind of guerrilla filming too. Like where you can tell like they didn't really get the permission to film in certain spots and shit.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't have to have a crackerjack ace fucking set designer. You can just go out there. As long as you got a good cinematographer in your set.
Yeah.
He's like fuck. He's shitting and pissing at the same time, man.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, but no thanks. I don't want any.
And this like it doesn't take long to get into like some, a little bit of gore and shit.
Yeah, they immediately started attacking me. They said, look here.
And then here's the opening title is The Knights of Terror.
Yeah. They're
It's fucking
fucking munching that. He ripped that piece off his neck and he's still munching on that motherfucker. Yeah, yeah, like it doesn't as far as I know, it doesn't even say burial ground, does it? It just says Knights of Terror.
yeah. No, yeah, it still gives the original or the working title or one of the working titles.
Yeah, I don't think burial ground was given to it till it came here.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
This
Bark,
fucking
there he is. There's the Peter Bark.
you know
Let's
what?
see.
Okay, so now do you know how like they have back in the day, like they do it now too, but like and they'll do a lot of aerial shots with it because and it makes it look like more expansive like nowadays. But these
Right.
longer like opening driving scenes,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't work in every fucking movie. Like for me, it works in The Shining because the score matched to the fucking the way it was shot. But with something like this, you don't need this long of a fucking driving scene to get to where you're gonna be going. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of older movies did that. Like it had these extended driving scenes that that were unneeded that could have probably been cut and shit like a little bit. But
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, especially with it's very odd music choice too, man. You get almost like some kind of a I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of music to really call it, man. What some sort of a swinging pop jazz or some shit?
yeah, almost sounds like fucking something from the hipster era, like fucking like probably and shit leftover shit or whatever from that era.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
hey, cat daddy, hey, cool swag, cat daddy, like
Beach
fucking, you're
movie.
in a fucking some type of club, fucking with
Yeah, like
fucking French hat on and shit.
like the old Frank Avalon beach type movie.
Yeah, that too had that vibe as well.
Now, the mom, the one playing Peter Borg's mom, I mean, the 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 women in this are all really good looking. I give them credit for that, and they do like to show them off.
I think that that was a theme with a lot of these Italian movies. They always had like the women and
Mhm.
over the far. It's funny how okay, so video nasties, would probably not want to like show or like have people watch these type of movies because probably the gore or whatever, but they were fine with the sex. You know what I mean? Like sex was just basically in everything with these types of films, especially overseas.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, especially with it carrying on, but this being it's actually shot in '79 and released some places in '80, and then finally in America in '81. So around that time, man, that was still a '70s carryover, which was a heavily, carrying over from late '60s. That was a heavily carryover with sexuality.
yeah, and they cast like a lot of these women in the Italian films, the Spanish films, the even the British, like the Hammer horror stuff.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
the mom peeks in on him, man. The way this fucking dude sleeps, you could just tell he's creepy, man.
yeah, 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 and yeah, it's funny. She's getting it on, and he's like, "Mama," and she acts almost shocked, but the dude that she's with in the bed, he just got this sigh like, oh, so you can tell it's not the first time that it ever fucking happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a
Yeah.
creepy little fucker, man. Yeah, it's definitely exploitation zombie here because the first shot you get of this chick is her ass in some black pants.
Oh yeah, dude. They like the one thing these type of movies deliver on too is like usually deliver on some decent gore pretty early on, and the sex is always like early on as well.
Yeah. Well, hell,
You get like right into it.
I mean, if you're gonna focus in on the sexuality, at least be smart like they did and like you know Sergio Martino did in Torso. At least have them be good looking with. At least give me some good looking.
So a lot, and sometimes some of these like early horror movies too, like are like just short of like softcore porn or like some like
Mm-hmm.
fucking some knockoff some knockoff 70s porn or what too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jean Roland and just Franco was big on that, especially Franco, man. Franco, some of Franco's films, he actually shot some actual sex going on. He just didn't show the penetration.
The scene right here where they have his shadow just coming in like
Mm-hmm.
slowly, but you know who it is already.
Yeah, it makes it like it's gonna be some man, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it shoots real low, and this little tiny guy going, "Mama, yeah." It's like it's like he pulled the door open and then backed way up, and then
Hmm.
slowly came in as creepy-fied as he possibly can.
It's like
Mama.
there's no in between. Like they just get to this manor. It's like a manor, or this big manor, and all three women basically get like almost fully unclothed and are having sex within the first few minutes. Like they don't even show them like talking before they go to the rooms or anything like that. They're just in the rooms like fucking, dude, already.
Yeah, that was the goal. Yeah, let's get there and get it on. Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll talk and meet and bullshit with everybody.
Mm-hmm. Back to the zombies now, yo.
Yeah, yeah, sweetheart. What would you say to them?
I mean, there's varying degrees of the makeup job here with some of these. Like there are some
Right.
that look like they could have been the blue pancake shit, but they're not.
Right.
Let me see. So
Yeah, yeah. He just kind of crawling up off of his hard ass bed there. Yeah. Does it ever explain? I mean, what that dude at the beginning just came through, the long haired dude. He just kind of came through, and whatever he was doing woke him up.
yeah, I guess he was the doctor, the scientist, or whatever that like discovered some shit, and
Well, these are
uh,
monks, right?
yeah,
Something
they
like
were
that.
like some of them are monks. Yeah,
And this is really ever the first ever really thinking zombie.
right.
These motherfuckers devise plans and battering rams and everything.
That's why it's like one of these films that like they were very yeah, they were very creative, the zombies and stuff, and it was just like doing shit that you probably hadn't seen before. Well, this is early on with the zombies genre, so
Yeah,
you probably hadn't seen anything like this before as far as them getting creative and shit.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember. I remember clearly because I found this movie late in life, man. Like I said, I didn't find it until I was like 30 years old, probably.
Hmm.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah, it was sometime in probably I'll say the early '90s, like a rental type of shit from a video store. It was like from then on, it was just like, all right, this is a thing.
Yeah,
Not even the zombie thing. I'm talking about like, well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it at some point. If everybody's seen the movie, they already know. But I don't want to spoil it for anyone either.
uh,
And then we just so we came to this manor, right? Us couples. It's three couples, uh, three men, three women, and then there's like a there's a boy, but he looks more like a fucking baby man and shit, like a grown man in a boy's body type of shit.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Because he was fully grown here, I guess.
yeah, he was already an adult, but he's playing like a fucking like 12-year-old kid or something.
Yeah, he definitely fast forward.
What the fuck? This guy taking pictures of his chick.
I like to squeeze in Living Dead at Manchester Morgue sometime too.
That one, that one I always get mixed up with something else. Huh.
Let's remember the sonic waves and shit from what they're doing with the Earth machines and shit. Kind of brings them back.
Yeah.
But it's got some really good scenes in it. It's a really well made too.
Oh, this part right here where all the fucking light bulbs start smacking. Splash, bang, pow.
Does he like a photographer or does he just like taking pictures of her?
Oh, I
Somewhere in
don't
between.
know. Yeah, he's just a fucking freak, I guess.
That guy's like, what the hell?
Yeah,
That would be enough to make you go, well, I think I'm gonna go home early today. All my work's done.
it's like, all right, we just, we came here to the manor within 5 minutes. Everybody was already having sex. It's the next day. We ate breakfast. We're gonna go out to the grounds of the manor, and we're gonna try to have sex again.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the poor wait staff is watching light bulbs explode.
Yeah.
What's your timestamp? I think I'm a few seconds back from you somehow.
I got I'm at like 17 minutes in.
Okay, yeah, I'm at 7:04 right now. 17:04.
Yeah, I'm around that.
All right.
Then like they're fucking inside this building and they got a gun and they're just like shooting at these these fucking random things.
It says this movie was heaps cool. Very creepy vibe. Yeah, yeah. It just grows too, man. The more you realize, how smart they are and how how witted these zombies are is really cool touch. It's got several layers. This movie. You don't just got the zombie story. You got all kinds of story here. Like this Michael man. Like you see the look he just gave this fucker. He just gave his looker like motherfucker. Be touching my mom. That's my
Yeah.
piece of ass, motherfucker.
What the fuck, yo?
Touching my mom like that. I mean, he came up and gave him a nasty look.
Yeah.
The, the guy just walked away like, what the fuck, everyone? Will you get your kid in dick?
And those are actual maggots. Those aren't fake.
Oh hell no. They a lot of the makeup on this was definitely inspired by zombie fleshy.
Oh yeah.
See, it's like this scene right here where he's coming right up out of that was straight out of zombie.
Yeah.
Because they definitely didn't try to pretty up their zombies, man. They wanted them to look as fucked up as possible. Very few, and it's funny with zombie films. Very few of them you actually see zombies coming up out of the ground.
Right. Yeah, right.
Like I don't think Romero ever did that because the way his was is if you'd already been dead, you wasn't coming back like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was if you died after, or if you did. Dude, getting it with his mom, man. He's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He calling it. See, this zombie's even thinking ahead enough to be quiet. He's gingerly crawling up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think this was the probably the one they got the shot for the DVD for this zombie right here.
Yeah,
It's like one of the main ones.
he's their worm face.
Yeah.
You see, and after he missed, he just kind of now he's just sitting there, just kind of if he had eyeballs, he'd be eyeballing him. He's looking at him like,
Yeah. Now they're all fucking coming. This is fucking funny, dude. Like
yeah.
that one is this that when they do the shot was like three of them in a row
Uh,
is like the one dude who's like, all right, this looks a little bit hokey and shit, but
it started out as such a good day.
they all got that kind of like stiff hand like walk and shit too.
Yeah. They go like, hold up, man, we can't run that fast.
That dude right there.
You know, like I don't mind running zombies. I mean, it works in some films like a remake of Dawn of the Dead and like Return of the Living Dead, the running zombies. But when you got ones that are as old as this, I'm glad they didn't have them running, man, because it just wouldn't have made sense. I mean, they'd fall apart.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about doing 28 days and 28 weeks later.
Oh,
At least first.
yeah.
It's not a zombie film, but it's sort of in that genre.
Mm-hmm.
Same aspect, except for they don't eat you. They bite you simply because it's vicious to do so. That's what one of the craziest, coolest scenes I ever seen is in 28 weeks later when the guy just starts pounding and beating on his wife and shit right after the infection.
Yep.
Which because she's immune to it. And which he deserved to get infected by her. Remember, because he's the one that leaves her ass in that house and takes off running like a bitch, leaves her there. I couldn't believe that shit, man. You gotta be shitting me. You're just gonna leave your wife in the house with all that shit. That's a fucked up looking thing.
This dude's shooting holes in these zombies and to no avail, man. They're gonna kill you because you're your ugly red fucking shirt, dude.
And it's tucked in.
Right? There we go. See, now you got the zombies pulling out body parts and shit. They got a shot of that.
That zombie looks like Grandpa Joe, the one with the hair frizzed out everywhere. With the longer hair. It reminds me of Grandpa Joe from Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Like if Grandpa Joe was a zombie, it would be him. It's ours, Charlie.
And see, this movie doesn't take long to get into the gore either with it. Right off the back, they kind of go for
Hell
people
no.
that are fans.
And what's really cool about it is you don't have just like when they shoot him or whatever, you either got dust coming out, you know what I mean? Like dust and shit comes out, or some mud puddle looking shit comes out.
Yeah, yeah,
So they've been down there so long that like when they do a head crush scene or whatever, it's just dry, it's just dust.
yeah.
But there ain't no actual body really left of them. I mean, some have been dead longer than others, but these fuckers have been dead for a long time.
Yeah, they, yeah. It's varying degrees of of like death here.
Something about this chick here, this one making out by the fountain. Um, you knew that Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac just recently passed away. I'm sure you heard.
Mhm.
Something about her. If this chick here had blonde hair, she would look like Christine McVie. Something about her, she has that look to her somehow.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is. The eyes, something.
Yeah, I mean,
Must
she
be a
wore a
joke.
blonde wig, I guess.
She has that type of look because Christine McVie had a unique look to her.
Yeah, these motherfuckers are coming, yo.
Yeah. Look at the eyeballs on it. He's like, this fuck, I don't know why I'm awake, but god damn it, this sucks.
So now two of the couples in the manor grounds of the manor, they're fucking running back to the manor house. I think the maid and the butler or whatever are already inside there.
Yeah, I mean, it's good and fortified. You would think they'd be safe.
Yeah.
That's an ugly ass one.
Ah. Oh, dude.
Cool camera work.
When she steps in that fucking trap.
Yeah.
Here's another funny thing, people, about these early horror movies that, like, the Italian ones, and when they were dubbed, especially, the women, when they were in pain, they also sound like they were getting fucked for whatever reason, dude. You know?
Yeah, yeah, very true.
It's just funny because, and that's oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
like man, it's like I don't think anybody's that calm. Fucking either you're like completely quiet because you're going into shock, or you're fucking just like you're yelling like a motherfucker, dude. Like not that half-ass shit. Like oh, oh.
Yeah, I think as a matter of fact, while I'm doing this, I think I'm going to switch this over to the Italian uh, language here, just to hear how she sounds when she's hollering.
Right, right.
It's the same shit, man.
It's well, it's still like I think some parts even like Italian. You don't gotta. I don't think you're not gonna
See,
yell in Italian, but like even like the parts you can throw that are dubbed later with the sound and shit. But
yeah.
like
Same shit.
if you don't know that somebody's watching a fucking horror movie, bro, and you hear that, you don't think so. It's sex, man. You
Yeah, you
know,
think it's Johnny. It's like, what you watching there, Johnny? Oh, this is a horror movie, Mom. I swear.
mama. Oh shit.
Well, what kind of horror movie is it? It's just a little zombie movie.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's funny.
it
A lot
sounded
of these movies were like that, man.
it sounded exactly the same. I switched it over and you heard it. It sounded exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, and you won't get clipped for that either. Nobody's gonna be able to fucking place a fucking a yell like a scream or
Yeah.
anything like that. Mostly like score.
Bastards! You bastards! It's like clubs him on top of the fucking head with the fucking. All right.
It's
Mark,
time
watch
to
out. Look at that eyeball, man. I see you, motherfucker.
look at the worms, dude. That's some shit. Like, and
He's like, give me that goddamn thing. What are you doing with it?
yeah, just like they start smashing open their heads with like rocks and shit, and like yeah, like you said, the effects is like they just start crumbling, dude.
Yeah. He just took that pitchfork away from him. He said, give me that fucking thing. Now come here, I'll choke you. Try to stab me with a pitchfork. What's wrong with you, goofy? You just took it. That's pretty bad. If you're ever going to use a weapon on something, the number one rule is never let them take it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to use something on somebody and you're just going to let them take it away from you, you're better off not using it.
Right.
It defeats the whole purpose. Now you've given them a weapon. And he just tossed it down. He's like, I don't need this. I plan on biting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, it's like, okay, why the fuck was that trap on there anyway, bro? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, what was whoever on the grounds of this manor trying to catch? Like, it wasn't. There's like no animals there really, you know.
Especially one for that size of a trap. I mean, if you got running around on those grounds that are big enough for that trap, then I don't know. They're eating more than your flowers and shit.
Right.
I mean, it's not a huge trap, but it's it's not something you set up for some
Hmm.
you know a groundhog or some bullshit. Besides, how do you trap for groundhogs and moles and shit like that? What do you put poison in like under the ground? Or
Oh, I don't know, man. Like
how,
how this woman throws this fucking. I think it's paint, but I guess it's like I don't know what the fuck it is, dude. She's gonna light him on fire though. This scene's cool, pretty cool. I've always liked this scene right here.
yeah, the music. Music is very unique.
And then right there is basically your cover for the upgraded Blu-ray and shit.
Yeah,
Like the two of them.
I'm not looking. Oh,
Fire.
so we can watch that. Yeah, it kind of gets going, man, and it doesn't let up. I mean, there is no pacing issues, and there is no really boring downtime in this.
Nah.
It just kind of starts. You know what I mean? It starts. You got sexual stuff and all that. You get the idea the kid's weird, and then from then on, man, you got it's actually a little smarter than what. Yeah, flammable. As dry as that fucker is, man, he'd go up like a poly. Like, all right. I watched an interview with her, and she was talking about the different tones and shit and this. Cause she's been in a few others. I can't think of them right offhand, but she's been in a few other shows like this. There's something else, man. Maybe a Fulci or a Martino movie, maybe.
Could
But
be.
she was talking about the fun she had making them. For her age, she still looked really good. She had aged really well. You could tell she had taken care of herself.
Hmm.
And Peter Bark absolutely loves his celebrity because of this movie. He enjoys every moment of it. He loves doing conventions. He got T-shirts out there and everything else.
That's crazy, dude.
He has one of those fan clubs where you can send in 20, 30 bucks or whatever, and he'll send you a signed picture. I hadn't taken advantage of that yet. I thought about it.
Hmm.
Her and the chick that played Claire on the original Black Christmas, you can do that with too for 20 bucks. Send her 20 bucks and she signs you a personally signed photo.
Oh, that's cool. Fucking. Now that classic. Like, all right, we got inside the structure, whatever we're in. We're in a mansion. We're in a manor. We're in a house. They start boarding it up with fucking wood and all this shit, and then banging it with nails.
Yeah, this place should be solid. I mean, look at those doors.
Yeah, man, them fucking doors look pretty thick, dude.
I mean, there's no way they should be getting in, and then all the other actual windows are up real high. So at this point, it looks like, hey, they're safe, but these fuckers, they're yeah, they're not only, I mean, they're quite resourceful.
Oh yeah.
See, they say, ah, fuck it, here, hold on, man, here, let's go over here and huddle up.
Like, oh, these fucking people think they're smart. We're gonna get these fuckers, you know?
Yeah, it's one of the first times I remember seeing thinking zombies.
Underestimate this part right here, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking zombie kill, man. Like, this is crazy to me, this shit. Yep. So they basically the zombies. One zombie's a fucking. He's like an ace with like throwing shit. So he throws a spike through
yeah,
this woman's fucking hand, and it impales her to outside of her hand to the outside of the window.
uh huh,
And then they proceed to fucking take a sickle, like a Grim Reaper sickle,
uh
and
huh.
they cut the woman's head off because she's looking out the window like in pain because she's stuck. And then
Yeah,
the head comes off and they start fucking like eating it. It's crazy, dude. Resourceful zombies, bro. You'll never see that in any other movie but this.
uh, and very just very creative fucking screenwriting, man. It's just um the thing I was reading and checking out about it is they seen a lot of different things that they wanted to, I mean, they were influenced by and wanted to do, but then at the same time they had another group sitting over here thinking, all right, well, what all can we do that hadn't been done, that we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah,
Trench
yeah.
says, oh, are you guys in the eyeball kill?
I'm at the I'm at where the maid gets killed.
Yeah, we're not quite the eyeball kill yet. This is the sickle scene.
Yeah.
She, she's thinking, how in the hell? And that's a serious fucking sickle. That motherfucker's got infection and disease and blood
Mm-hmm.
all written all over it. That was a jaggedy. They're like, here, they're like, all right, you gotta take that head, man. I got a head. Not they're all three looking for the head. Where'd it go? They went rolling away. Get out of my way, man. That's my head. I cut that motherfucker off. Oh man, let go of that shit.
Oh, dude, the fucking guy comes along and sees the body, then he flips it out the window, but it's still hanging by
Yeah.
the hand with the spike. And then they get her down. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, what the hell are you doing hanging out the window? In this type of situation, if she's like that, she's not answering you, chances are things are bad. I love that creepy score going on in the background, man. Can you hear
These
that?
motherfuckers, yo, all these motherfuckers went and grabbed weapons, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Hammer, sickle, fucking what else? Uh they got all types of shit, man. A hoe. One dude's got a hoe. He's walking around with a fucking garden hoe.
Oh yeah. My favorite part my favorite part of it though is when they all put their heads together and decide that they're gonna get in that door.
An
If
axe. Yep. Oh yeah, dude.
if you remember if you remember the part that I'm talking about, I was like, oh hell no, they're gonna do it, and they did it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, here, you go ahead and take this, maybe keep you occupied. And then she just dangling off there with the hand while they, yeah,
Yeah, they're basically trying to chop the door down now to get in the get in the house.
timestamp is 42 and a half minutes.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And this dude starts like bucking him with the the shoddy, and the head start blowing off and shit.
Yeah.
And again, like you said, it's more or less like you don't really see brains and shit when they blow up these zombie heads. More like uh, Gore was saying, where it's like, oh, they're so old that it's just the skull basically kind of turned into dust and fragments, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like if you went to an archaeological dig and you come across an old skull or whatever, if you smashed it, dust and shit would just fly everywhere.
Yeah, these zombies are definitely more like kind of like the mummified type. You know what I mean? Almost.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I know what it puts me in mind of. Do you remember the Tales from the Dark Side movie, the one with the mummy?
Yes.
Remember when he
Yeah.
when he takes the cross or the piece of wood or whatever, and he
Yeah.
smashes the head, and it just kind of just turns into dust and dust flies. That's what it
Yep.
reminds me of.
Yep. Same concept, bro. But
Right.
this did it earlier, I guess. You know.
Right. That's what I knew. I'd seen it in another show, but that just struck me. I thought of that, and I thought of Christian Slater, and I was like, "Yep, that's the one it reminds me of." Just bam. Because once they got to jump on that mummy and actually got their hands on him and started doing some damage to him, he wasn't all that threatening because he was just too brittle.
Yep.
There it is. Bloom. That shotgun took care. See, here and there you'll get a little bit of pink and shit inside the head, but for the most part, man, I think it kind of depends on how long they've been dead, too.
Mm-hmm.
There's just not enough left for it to be actual flesh.
More or less, the gore is saved for like the people, the live people. So you know, like the red guts coming out and everything, but
Yeah,
like you don't get to see like the zombies like really like bleed out like that type of shit.
right. Yeah, it's
Oh,
safe.
this fucking part. Yeah, we're at that part now, Trench.
Yeah, just,
This is
yeah,
another thing in Italian cinema, by the way. Well, you know, a lot of these foreign titles that early on with the horror, like they liked a lot of these scenes where people's eyes got fucking plucked into or like impaled and shit.
yeah. Of course, done best by Fulci and Zombie. The very best example of that was, of course, the eyeball scene with Catriona McCall in Zombie. But they definitely pay homage to it in this. The fucker climbed up the side of the fucking wall with this look on
Oh,
his face, like, "Yeah, what do you think about that shit?"
yeah. Like, oh, you know, you think we're all fucking, we walk slow, but we can think fast and shit.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah. But he got to the top and started climbing over the side there. I mean, he had this look on his face, like, "Now what? We can all do that. Some of us are just too damn old. We'll break, but I'm not too old. I climb this motherfucker like fucking
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man and shit." That's scary when you got motherfuckers coming up with battering rams and climbing up the side of walls and picking up fucking sickles, and it's just like, wow. If they can
Like,
run.
what?
Two
I
motherfuckers can
challenge
run
like
in the
I
open.
challenge anybody to fucking find another zombie movie where they've done shit like that,
Here it is.
man.
She gets to play the Catriona McCall part here.
Oh, you're at the eye scene.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pause mine because I'm like slightly ahead of you. Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
yeah. So they alter it just a little bit. They wanted they didn't want to make it an obvious steal off of it, so instead they just had her face get ripped open by the glass
Yeah.
because the zombie scene, man. I remember the first time I ever seen that movie and seen that part. I said, "Are you shitting me?" Because usually I figured they would show it and they just give me the idea. And then as the scene kept going, I was like, oh, hell no, they're actually going into the eye. And not only did they go into the eye, they went so deep into the eye, but the splinter broke off in her face.
Yeah.
I instantly, right then, I was like, yeah, I like this. Because remember, not just a half hour before that, the fucking shark was trying to run from the zombie.
Yep.
I mean, this shark was like, what the hell is going on? The shark actually had a look on his face like, what in the hell is going on? The zombie's like, come here, motherfucker, I'm gonna eat you. Shark's like, oh, hell no, what the hell? What? That's, he just, Fulci doesn't get enough credit for being as creative as he was.
Yep.
He fucking just had an imagination. As far as imagination and shit wise goes like that, he's leagues above Argento when it comes to that kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
I love them both, but I just think Fulci went places that Argento just didn't a lot of times.
Yeah, I like both of them too, man.
Oh yeah, I love both of them. But if I had to pick one or the other, like if I could either save my Fulcis or I could save my Argentos, oh man, I might have to go with my Fulcis, man.
Yeah.
Might have to. That would be hard though. I would try to grab all of
Yeah.
them, just depending on which film, basically. I think Argento might have more really great ones, but the ones the Fulcis that are great are probably my favorites of them.
The zombies are fucking. They're definitely all breaking into the house now.
Yeah, they got to figure it out, man. It's like,
It's kind of like whatever weird music they used for this was
uh,
pretty effective.
oh yeah,
The scenes where the people are being stalked and shit by the zombies.
mm-hmm. But they're injured and everything. I expected her to go down quicker than what she did.
Her fucking screaming, her yells still sounds like she's having sex though, man. It's pretty funny.
Yes, yeah. And like I said, it didn't matter if I left it in the dub, even when I switched it over to Italian, it sounded exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, when I switched it over to Italian, it sounded more like a screaming orgasm.
Mm.
Wasn't just a good one; it was a screaming. No, oh, oh, please stop.
You know what? You know the okay. Have you ever seen the film The Video Dead?
Yeah,
These zombies remind me of those in that film as well, a little bit.
right. Yeah, damn you.
Uh, Now she's stabbing them with like this fucking spear and just this goo is dripping out of them, but they're not dying or anything.
Man, that must be one that's not quite as old. The goo.
Yeah,
Fucker still got a little bit of bodily fluid left in. Going from every window and every doorway in the place. Yikes! Look at that motherfucker. That one eye just looks all fucked up. He's like, yeah, I see you. I'll get over there in a minute. Just kind of weebles over, kind of waddles like a penguin over to.
yeah.
I'm getting there, goddamn it.
So here's your is this it? Your box art shot right here with the mother hugging Michael while everybody else is kind of like just they're already fighting off other zombies and shit.
I'm at here. Let me pause real quick, man. I'm exactly 53 minutes. Where are you at?
I'm at uh I'm at 51, but I'm at the part where they show the mom and the Michael, and she just picked up a weapon. So
Okay, well, let me back up to 51, man, because I'm talking about completely different shit than you are. You see here, I don't know how that keeps happening, man. We gotta have the same cut. It seems like.
mm-hmm.
Okay, there's 52. Okay,
Yeah,
because
I'm almost at 52 actually. I'm at 51, 58. It's not gonna be. It's I don't. Whatever. What you're not? Are you watching the YouTube copy or your own?
my own.
Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be lined up, bro. It's gonna be at least like probably like 5, maybe almost 10 seconds, but it's not gonna make too much of a big deal. I don't think because we're roughly around the same time.
I'm at 52:15.
All right, let me get to that. I think
Are are you the scene with the blonde?
I'm at the scene where okay, the mom is Michael's covering his eyes because the mom's chopping off the hands of the zombie trying to crawl in the window.
Weird. Maybe this one on the severed. Maybe this is an unedited. You know what I mean? Maybe this is an unrated. That's why it's so different. Maybe
Well,
I
I
should have
don't
checked
know.
it out on YouTube. Because
Yeah,
I'm
like
at 50,
she's like literally like cutting off the zombie's hand that's trying to get in the window.
where? Because
Yeah.
I'm at 52:18, and the blonde's in a room by herself, been fighting them off now for at least a minute or two.
Oh, I'm ahead of you then, so I'll
Weird.
pause. Yeah. Right now, I'm at the part where um it's one of the guys is on the floor and he's fighting one of them, but
Okay.
the other one just smacked him in the fucking zombie in the head. Yeah, let me know when you get past the part where the mom is fucking chopping off the hands of the zombie coming in the window. That's
Okay.
about
Here. The mom and the kid just came in.
yeah.
Okay, and she's holding him, and the zombie's reaching his hands up in there.
Yeah, she's gonna grab a weapon and she's gonna go
Right.
over to like where the zombie's trying to come in and she's gonna start chopping at it. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. She just grabbed it. She's getting ready to be out. Yeah. She just pulled out. She's on her way over. Okay. All right. Here. Let me get her over there. All right. She's chopping a hand off right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This is
But the only thing I can figure is it must be two different cuts.
yeah, it could be. I don't know. This entire movie for on YouTube is an hour and 21 minutes 41 seconds. So it's 1:21:41 is my timestamp, final timestamp on it.
Oh, okay. Well, this one's 1:25:12.
Yeah, so yours. I don't think it's gonna be too different, but
Okay.
all right, now dude is like smacking, like cracking open the heads of a couple of them and shit. And then the mom. Okay, now back to the
Oh,
mom with the sword.
yeah, she's beheaded it. Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, she chopped off the head.
his his fucking scream, bro. At that part is just funny, man.
Well done, Evelyn. Let's get out of here. All right.
Ah,
Those two went completely the opposite direction. They weren't waiting for nobody. That's her man's already dead, and
yeah, he was like the first one to go, man, of
let's
this
take a
group.
look. Here we go. For those who haven't seen this, you really this really gives you an idea here, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, all right, okay. And then he's got his hands on her. It's like, all right, Michael. Look at them tits hanging out, shit.
Starts touching on her fucking boob and shit.
And he's reaching in her dress. She's like,
What the fuck, dude?
I like her breasts so much.
Ah!
Slap. Oh, mama, I love you so much. I like your breasts so much, mother. What am I? I'm your son. Yeah, that's the point, goddammit. Yeah, you're my son. See? Well, you're not. It's not what you're getting, man. There's something wrong with you, man.
Oh man. So again, this is a theme that is not only in this film. This theme with the son mother thing has been done in Italian cinema before.
Yeah. Well, hell, there was oh man, there was another movie made with Jill Claiborne. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but she had an incestuous relationship with her son in that too, back in the late '70s, early '80s. It's called "Dancing as Fast as I Can" or something like that.
Oh wow. Well, the one I
Uh,
remember is from the film Beyond the Door 2, which is also known as Shock.
yes, Baba, yeah,
There's a weird couple scenes with that as well.
yeah, but yeah, yeah, here they come. They decide, fuck this. They're going right through the front gate.
Yep.
Michael. Yeah, he already ran into what's her name.
Yeah.
That's bad sign. Bad sign.
Yep.
She's a good-looking mom. Don't get me wrong, but that's no excuse for you know what I mean.
Right.
I mean, she is a pretty Italian woman, but if she was my mother, I wouldn't be looking at it like that. But this little fucker just can't help it, man. He's just all about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is about fucking these early Italian horror films that fucking went with that, man.
Well, in some cultures, and way back in the day, that shit was about half-ass normal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, you see in like Game of Thrones, man. That was just normal. Fuck around with your sister or whatever. They play it off like it's just something that just went on.
All right, and this woman who got zombified,
Eating the fuck
basically,
out.
yeah, she fucking
She's
she's
munching,
chomping down on a body part right now.
enjoying it too. She's like, yeah, I know, I'm eating my. She's like, ah, she's gonna fucking just lose a beat her head against the tub.
Yeah.
God damn you!
oh, Michael.
Yeah, she beat her fucking brains out of the back of her head.
All right, we go, dude.
Yeah, all right. Now here's how we're gonna do it. Heave ho, heave ho.
Dude, what other fucking movie have anybody seen that zombies cooperate with each other to get a battering ram to
Yeah,
break down a door, bro? None.
yeah. That's just thinking. All right, guys, this is how we're gonna do this, man. We're gonna batter this fucker down, man. Go, go find that big fat pole. You know the pole I'm talking about.
Fucking, they got in too, man.
Grab,
Like
grab,
this is unique, bro, to this movie.
grab Nate and Bill and Joe and tell them to come too. Man, we're gonna need some extra dudes here. We're gonna beat down this fucking door, dude.
Fucking,
They're there. They're like, nah, you think about that shit. Here we come. Now, what do you got for?
it's like because they don't allow them like with the degree of decay and stuff within the faces and the makeup. It show they're not gonna be able to talk, the zombies, obviously.
Right.
So the coordinated effort that they had to come up with was like almost like fucking telepathic, bro. Because
Mm-hmm.
like, which zombie came up with the idea like, hey man, let's go get a fucking fucking big tree battering
Yeah.
ram and let's work together. Hey there, Hal. You're slacking a bit at the back, man. You need to push a little bit harder.
Come on, yeah. We are old, man. We need a little extra push from back there. Yeah,
uh,
yeah. It's like one of them looked at the other, and then the others looked at the others, and it's like they all was,
it's,
it's like
it's like
you know,
it's
like
like
they
they
was all
just
like,
knew.
yeah, that's what we need to do.
It's like they just fucking knew somehow, yo.
Yeah.
These are telepathic zombies, people that they fucking speak to each other like that.
Well, plus, if you think about it from a character standpoint, they've known each other for a long ass time. So I mean, they probably still got that connection too.
Mm.
I mean, even though they're dead and they've been dead a long time, I'm guessing at one time they all, yeah, I mean, they died at different times, but a lot of them knew each other. So they're just using shit that they used at one time when they were alive. Shit that they learned how to do eons ago.
All this little like fucking like the four people go into that kind of like it was like a hideaway little cubby hole thing at the top of the stairs, man. And it looks like it's part of the structure of the house when they close the door.
Yeah,
The hidden room, basically.
that might have been a place to stay for a while.
Yeah.
But of course, there's always a really nice, good hiding place. In a film, they never stay in that place
No.
just till they pass, and then they go, all right. And then as soon as they leave that place, you know,
So they can't even leave in their cars that they came in because I'm pretty sure the zombies slashed the fucking tires.
yeah, they got them fucked up.
So not only do you got zombies that can think to like get a battering ram, get weapons, throw things like projectile fucking weapons. They slash tires for cars. It's like these motherfuckers are like the next level shit, man.
Pull some spark plug wires, some sugar to gas tank, something's going.
Ah,
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
yeah. They're making sure you ain't going no fucking place.
That's so great about this film, though.
Oh yeah, it is the most unique zombie film ever made. That's just my opinion. It's
Yeah,
the most different. It's got so many things that follow. It follows the trope, it follows the same pattern. At the same time, it doesn't at all. It gives you something completely different to look at.
nah, it's the professor and shit. He's like ripping out his fucking neck.
Yeah, some of them's creepier than the other ones. Weird. Fucker used a fucking weapon to cut shit up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unique. Here, I can't quite get that open. I'll use this to cut this shit open.
Like the shot right there where he like the two guys come running in and he looks at them with the shit in his mouth. It's like when he's kneeling down, it feels like that what's that fucking movie? Anthropomorphous or anthropophag, some shit like that.
Yeah, Anthropophagus.
Yeah, anthropophagus. Yep. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah.
It's
That's
got
yeah.
it's got another title. I forget what it is.
Yeah. It's got oh my god. Anthropophagus. There's absurd.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Well, absurd's the sequel. But it's got two or three titles. We got the first one. The first one's the one where he eats the fetus right out of the.
Yeah.
Then the second one is absurd, and it's also got the second one's actually better than the first.
Mm.
The first one's it's a little slower. Um, Not that that's a bad thing, but in that case, not a whole lot happens in the first one until those ending parts.
This one chick is she's done. The chick that got her fucking foot caught in the fucking trap.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm done. I can't. I'm not gonna make it.
yeah, come the fuck on, man. Yes, you fucking get. Well, then fucking stay here. I don't know what to say. Throw her over your shoulder and tell her shit. Here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just toss her over his shoulder and we go, man. Like a duffel bag. Come on.
Yep.
This poor woman. She
Who's
lost
that?
her husband, lover, and her kid lover. Yeah, it's a monastery. I wouldn't be trusting anywhere to go around there. You know, anyone I seen fucking around there, man, I would just hit the road and keep going.
Yep. Back
Oh,
to like back to like some type of main road and shit and
yeah, because you don't know where any of these fuckers came from to begin with. What makes them think that anywhere they go? Let's see. It says, that scene so messed up and weird. Yeah. Trent,
mm-hmm.
Trent, Trent says this is one of the craziest and unique zombie films. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's definitely toward the top of my list.
Oh yeah, same bro. I have fun with this movie every time I watch it, man.
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah,
I've
and it
watched it
moves
quite
so
a bit.
quick, man. Like
Huh?
and yeah, and it moves so quick. Like the the worst thing to me, the worst thing in a film is if it's an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it seems at least that long. You know what I mean? The best films to me are the ones that are an hour and a half, 2 hours. It only seems like it's like an hour or less.
Yeah.
That's the best one, man. A film that feels 2 hours long usually isn't a good thing. Like when you keep looking at the time, going, "God damn, is it over yet?" That's a bad sign. It's like Jesus Christ, it's only been a half hour.
Yeah, I don't think this film would suffer too much from any type of pacing stuff because
No,
I say it gets right into everything, quickly and everything. So
there's no downtime.
nah, not really. Huh. Hold up. I love this part, yo.
I love this guy's his little Magnum PI mustache.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking that early '80s, fucking yeah.
Yeah, he's got his little Burt Reynolds stash. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have went there, man. This is bad.
Like the makeups, some of these makeups here in this scene is like, all right, like could have done a little bit better with some of it, but
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, when you only got so much money, but it's still very different.
yeah.
See, you got different degrees of death here. Like some of them haven't been dead that long at all. Like these
Which
are
is weird
newer.
because like I felt like they were all supposed to be from the same fucking like monk era or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Well, I think they were, but I think these guys that were, I mean, these are like some of the first victims and where they first crawled up out of there, maybe.
Hmm.
Or I'm not sure. Maybe it was some kind of a famine or something, man. I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah, see that's the thing. I don't remember like what the story is behind like why it's
Some
just it's
sort of
just all these monks. Like there's some type of curse thing. I know that, but
yeah. So I'm thinking some sort of a disease, some sort of a yeah. That, yeah.
Because that was the whole thing. The professor's like, oh, in the beginning, like, look, and then he fucking hits that, like, he starts hitting into this one thing that has like a seal on it or what, and then they all start coming to life.
Yeah, and that's the only thing I can figure is as they've each become cursed is when they've each died and become zombies, and that's why they're at different levels of decomposition.
Also, zombie monks. I don't know if we've seen that in another film either. So
Right. They're like, here, I do munch on this. Here, I'll sit to the side. Here, let's go get them. We got fresh motherfuckers. Let's go get them. He'll still be here when we get back,
hmm
or he'll be up joining us. Like, yep, there you go. Yeah, I definitely like the where they're at as far as on location. It's really cool place.
hmm
Like I said, it's the Villa Parisi in Frascati, Rome. Oh man, locking yourself right the fuck in. Ah, make sure that doorway up there, though. You know, that's one person needs to be taking care of that, while the other person runs up those steps and sees that there's another way in. Yeah, you should already been up there checking that shit before you lock yourself in down there. Just make sure what's up there.
hmm It's like, all right, they get the motherfuckers outside though, trying to get in. Actually, I think there's another film. Uh, what's it called? Like Night of the Seagulls or some shit. Like, there's another film where
Yeah,
it's like monks or priests that become like zombies or some shit.
yeah, yeah. It's that's there's actually like two or three parts to that. I
Yes.
but I haven't seen them all that much.
Yeah, it's like Knights Templar are become zombies and they come back and some shit like that, man.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean,
Yeah, it's like a trilogy, right? Almost.
yes, yes.
Forget the names of them, man.
Hear me.
Those are cool little watches though. Ugh. I had to throw one zombie over the railing or whatever.
Yeah, Night of Seagulls is 1975. I think that was the first one.
Yeah, here he is.
Yeah,
Michael. Mama.
yeah, yeah. There's the Blind Dead is also it's also called the Blind Dead. The Ghost Galleon
Ghost Guy. Yeah.
and Tombs of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
They're like knights on horses and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, might check those out. See if they're worth delving into. They say they are. So yeah, Michael, there you are. There you are, Mama.
Like these people, this dude's just looking like, what the fuck is going on, man?
Yeah, you're like, come on, me, get your fuck out of here. Can't you see he's a fucking zombie? Why is his face on you? What are you do? Yeah, and she even gets into it. She's like, yes, my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like that. It's okay, Michael.
It's okay that you're a fucking like a grown man baby and shit.
Yeah. But since you died and I thought I lost you, you can lick on. It's like, you're not supposed to. She's like, oh yeah, just like you when you were little.
What the fuck?
Just like when you were a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a nice ass movie.
Oh shit, man.
I will give her credit for that. Ow! Run that boob, man. What's wrong?
Oh, this fucking part, dude. No, here comes the dude that got killed first.
Yeah.
The grinder shit, dude. The saw.
Yeah. They must have had a key too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's like shit, man. This is our fucking place, man. We all got keys, that motherfucker. What do you think you was doing?
It was my dog barking.
Yeah, they got his ass. We're gonna saw you. Fuck you, man. Yeah, the first guy in his red sweater, yeah.
The earth
This
shall tremble, graves shall open, they shall come among the living as messengers. And
the
then,
part the part of the saw kind of puts me in mind of seeing Living Dead when old dude's head gets put there and he drills through the side of his face, his head.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm mine's sort of the part where they're sticking the dude in the saw.
So it says the ending, right? I was gonna read that. Let me see. I keep fucking glossing over. Okay. You know what's gonna happen. You know these people are gonna die, but it says the earth shall tremble, graves shall open, they shall
Yep.
come among the living, right? Why the fuck's it keep going away?
As messengers,
Yep.
as messengers of death, and there shall be the nights of terror. Prophecy of the black spider.
Yeah. Never heard of the prophecy of the black spider, but yeah.
That's fucked up, yeah. Yeah, yeah. There it was.
Yeah. That's always a fun one to watch, man.
Oh hell yeah, man. We've been talking about doing it for a while. I'm glad we finally got it in there. Um, was you? I mean, was you wanting to go ahead and talk about what you thinking about doing, or do you want to do that after we get off here and discuss it then, or
I mean, I'll make mention of it now. I mean, just to like kind of get an idea if you have access to it or not.
cool.
But I wouldn't mind watching Spookies, dude.
Spookies? I'm not sure that I've seen it. I mean, I know of it, but I'm not sure that I've seen it.
That's crazy to me. If you like person that like I consider a person who's seen like a lot of these lesser known ones, man. Like Spookies is like a classic, like a B horror movie, like shit, bro.
Cool. Cool. Yeah. I'll check it out sometime here in the next week or so. Do you know what it's on? I'll check it out and then we'll figure it out if we want
You know what? Let me look if it's anywhere free first before. I know I watched it with Trent, so I know he doesn't own it, so I'm trying to remember how the fuck we watched it, bro. I might have even shown it to people on my end, but let's see. Spookies. Let's see. Okay, so it's on AMC Plus.
Okay.
However, whatever that is. So
Bets on Prime.
okay, so yeah, there you go, people. For and anybody who doesn't have it, who hasn't seen it, that's where it's at. But yeah, it's a fun one to watch too.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't seen it. Yeah, I'll give it a watch. Yeah, it's weird that I haven't seen it, but yeah, I mean
Yeah,
I
bro.
might have. I mean I might start watching it and be like, oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
hell yeah, man, that is always fun. And like I said, it never seems like the hour 20, hour and 30 minutes that it is. It always feels like it goes by in about 45 minutes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but thank you very much for everybody that joined us. Thanks for joining me on it this week, man. This is usually our off week. So do you want to work on something for next Tuesday, or do you want to jump the 2 weeks? Start jumping the 2 weeks now again from here?
If you got something planned out for the next week or what, or I could probably come on next Tuesday again.
All right, all right. I've been doing Christmas horror here lately. Do you want to get off here and discuss one of those, or do you want to go another direction, or
Oh, whatever you think, man. Whatever you
all
think.
right, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hang on with me for a minute here after we get off here, and we'll bullshit for a minute before we get off here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, thanks for joining us for Burial Ground, the Nights of Terror. Hopefully, everybody had a great time. Give us a thumbs up if you're not subscribed to John Steele on Sleed. Subscribe to him. Hit that notification bell. All that good shit. You guys know how it goes. Um, but thanks again. Much love to all. That is John Steele. I am Goraphobe, and you guys aren't. Have a great night.
Good night.